My name is Ebony Muse. This is for class 5650, and we're doing a pre-conference over math.
Hi, my name is Michelle Hammonds. I am a third grade math and science teacher at Richard Lago, and I work for Dallas ISD.
All right, let's get started. So, what objectives will be addressed in the lesson?
Students will be able to solve 1 and 2 step word problems involving multiplication and division within 100.
Okay. So, what do you expect the students to know and be able to do after the lesson?
My expectation is for my students to use strategies in order to multiply and divide. So the strategies I'm talking about is using arrays, repeated addition, number lines, area models, and so forth.
Okay, so you said addition, number lines, arrays. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what is arrays?
Sure. For example, if the students wanted to multiply 3 times 3, they would use rows and columns. So they would have 3 rows and they would have 3 columns, and they would just count how many they have in each row and in each column.
Okay. So where is the lesson and the content of your unit plan, and also what are the different prereqs that the students need to be successful in the lesson?
Well, this will be in the second 6 weeks. I'm sorry, what was the second part of your question?
What is the prereqs that the students will need?
Okay, so they would need to know repeated addition and repeated subtraction. They also would need to know the relationship between multiplication and division.
Okay, so you say repeated addition and repeated subtraction. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Sure, so when I say repeated addition, I'm saying, just for instance, the 3 times 3. They would need to know if I add 3 plus 3 plus 3, I'll get 9.
Okay, so it's just like taking 2 different contexts to get the same answer.
Exactly.
All right. So can you briefly describe the different learning needs of the students that have disability, ELL students, different things like that, and how would you make your lesson plan different to complement those students?
Well, at the school that I work at, majority of the students are Hispanic, and so we deal a lot with ELL students. And because of the lack of vocabulary, what we do is we use pictures. And we do a lot of hands-on, so using manipulatives and peer grouping.
Okay, so when you do the pictures, do you create the pictures, or you have the students create the pictures on what they think it may be, and then y'all create it again on what it's going to be?
We actually do both. So the first thing we do is I want to know what they know, so I allow them to do it themselves first, and then I'll show them the picture. I'll show them how to do it.
Okay. Well, is there anything in particular you want me to do, to know, to observe? Any reinforcement that you want to do?
It would be really good if you could work with the special ed students and kind of help them out as far as with vocabulary, because that is a big thing. A lot of students are lacking vocabulary skills.
Okay, so with the special ed and the vocabulary, do you give them an opportunity to draw pictures also? Is that a tactic that you guys use there?
It is, because we actually use what's called Cornell Notes. And so with Cornell Notes, at the end, we require them to draw a picture or write in their own words what the lesson is about. So they can summarize using pictures.
Okay, cool. So what are your plans for the lesson closure and the reflection?
Well, for the lesson closure, what we do is I would give them maybe 4 to 5 questions. It's actually a mini assessment. So I give them 4 or 5 word problems, and I expect them to actually pass with 100%.
Okay, so with the word problems, as far as the special ed, do they get word problems, or you kind of change the requirement a little bit for them?
Well, that is up to the special ed teacher. And she sometimes comes in and she will rewrite a question. Maybe she'll take extra words out, or she will lower the numbers for them, which is very helpful.
Okay, so you just have like an inclusion teacher come in and just work with those. Okay.
Exactly.
So is there anything you would like to discuss before the observation?
No, actually, I don't have anything.
All right, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too.